I had written this journal to express my deepest thoughts in regards to the haunting of those demons of an expired love, whom I once had trusted and embraced with open arms. I regret it with a burning passion. As I write this, congratulations, I feel one step closer to breathing in light, and one step further into the arms of death. I welcome those demons of her considering of how I've become fearless as a soldier. I push against the obstacles, that I constantly rise above the obstacles. This intoxicating air, as it embraces the veins of his former love, left me in ribbons with my heart dissected carefully. I never would forgive such a human being for the manipulation, the destruction, the chaos of my heart. Embraced around her fingers in the darkest fashions, even as strings held just above my heart began to decay and wither beyond the sands of time. I was in love with her until the core of my spirit digressed into the nothingness, leaving me to feel a certain disgust and withering. As time progressed, here lies my body on the ground. Above all places, here in the withering of time, however the thousand suns could never even burn through me. A certain hole exists, just above the strings of my heart being held upright, just above the gravity consuming through the airwaves that is everything of me. Beneath the flesh, the bones and blood, the heart, the mind, the spiritual aura, the intellect, the valor, the sinking time that exists in between heaven and myself. Only God had breathed life into this once lifeless body, shaping who I have become today. The sinking oceans of darkness collapsed my lungs as the light had held my spirit inside of their hands, moments away from being dragged into the shore where I was resurfaced, where I was resurrected, where mercy had resuscitated life into my lungs again. Death was something I had not feared. I welcomed it with a passion burning, heated the darkest oceans. Out of the chaos, I had discovered an angel of light I'd fell in love with. Fell in love with her grace as she had hoped to guide me into the halls of eternity. Black withered roses had revived its pulse, just like the blood in my body. With arms wide open, the blackness of the night no longer inhaled the captivating air from my body, and its bitter taste of chaos into the mouth of those dragons as venomous as they closed my eyes. Where there were no sense of hope or faith, my heartbeat was pulsing at a rate uncontrolled. Laying on the ground, gasping for air in desperation, to discover the sunlight piercing ever so graceful through the blackness of the skies. A love once turned into the bitterness of being pulled under the thickness of tar and nothingness. No humanistic words could ever express the despair and desperation and hopelessness, a feeling beyond hopelessness, a feeling of a collapsed confidence, and to survive the obstacles. The angel who I had spoken of, the one responsible for embracing my hand while pulling me out of the oceans, breathing a new life and a new frame of mind into this body. She had saved my life, and for that, I owe her my entire life. My spirit is now intact, infused, and eternally combined as a part of who she is as perfection. My hands are no longer entwined as the darkest oceans in my teeth gnawing at the walls of obstacles. I thought my spirit was prepared to collapse after the dawning of the betrayal. Nothing was remaining of who I once was until now. The spirit was held upright, just below my heart where nothing existed any longer. I could not find the purpose of the struggle to breathe. I pushed so desperate and so hard against darkness in search of this light. I hope to God one day to meet my Creator, and for every wrong I have ever done, I will answer for them in judgment. At least I understand. Now I would not be doing this alone. I should have turned around before it was too late, before I was consumed entirely. I faced the judgment of my former self, with its affliction against me versus myself.